Hi everyone. I'm hoping you guys are doing great, and we are live now with the first session of winter interview preparation. My name is Ashish Jangra. I am mentor at Geeks of Data Science. So let's wait for 1 minute and 1 minute, and I want you guys to share this link with your friends so they can also get the insight from this session. This is going to be a very detailed one from the man himself. He is an entrepreneur, Mr. Amit Diwan. I'm going to introduce it afterwards. So just share this link of the session with your friends in the groups so that they can also take the benefit from this session. And now let me introduce you to what this whole session is all about. Okay, so this session is basically about to give you insight about the winter interview preparation. As you know, like winters are coming, and we have introduced uh, a pretty different kind of preparation setup where we are having different kind of people coming in from different kind of industries. This is 7 days kind of a workshop, I would say, where you are going to came interact with the mentors, interact with them, and learn from them about the different extracts. Okay, so the link of this winter interview preparation is given in the description. This is the first session of this winter interview preparation, and it is on data science. As the days goes by, because I have told you we are having a total of 7 days session, so different kind of mentors are coming from different domain. As I'm scrolling around, so make sure to register yourself to get the updates of all the session. Okay, so just to give you a glimpse about what all the things that we are going to have in the span of next 7 days. So today is day one. So Amit Diwan is here, YouTuber named as Amit Things. So he's having a session from 7 to 8 now, and we are going to discuss about Python for data science. How much Python is required, about the roadmap, what are the different things that you can learn. You need to learn become a data scientist. Okay, on the same day we are also having a session from 8:30 to 9:30 that will be on Zoom, so you need to register yourself on this link to go to that session. That session is going to lead by Arpijan, who is a lead data scientist, who is having 9 plus years of experience in the field of data science. This session is dedicated to data science. Then, as we proceed further, as I've told you, we are having sessions from different people from different industry. We are having session from SDEs, from the Sandeep Jain himself on 20th of December. Uh, Prakash Sakari on web development. So we are having section on web, on data science, on SDEs, and different stuff. So make sure to register yourself for this particular domain in this particular session on this particular link. Okay. Now let me introduce to the mentor of today's session. So Amit Diwan is the mentor himself who is going to take the session. He's having he has basically started his startup in 2018 about teaching students in the field of data science. And apart from that, like he's passionate entrepreneur, a YouTuber, and rest of the things I think like Amit Diwan himself can tell you in a better manner. So I would like to introduce Mr. Amit Diwan on the call. So hi Amit, how are you?
Hi, Ashish, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, fine.
I'm good as well. Thanks. So, Amit is with you. He's going to take this session forward about the field of data science, how much Python required, and there are a lot of things that you might have in your mind. You can ask your questions in the comment box as well. He's all going to take the question from the comments as well. So, yeah, that's it. Over to you, Amit.
Yeah, thanks, Ashish. Thank you for the introduction. Yeah, so okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, Ashish, is it audible? Okay. So, guys, in this session, we'll be discussing about Python for data science roadmap. Okay, so basically, we all know that data science is trending these days. So, we'll be also discussing that. Okay, so let's begin. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. Ashish already did it, but I would like to tell that I am the founder of website Studiopedia, as well as YouTube channel Amit Things. We are getting around 1.7 million monthly views. With that, around 900K unique viewers are visiting our YouTube channel for Python, data science, and other programming free videos. Okay, so you can contact me on LinkedIn here. Okay, so let's now quickly begin with the agenda of the session. Okay, in this session, we will not only discuss about Python and data science. Firstly, we will also discuss what is data, what is big data. Okay, with that, we will discuss the types of data, and then I'll just move further with what is data science, why it is trending, why there is so much confusion regarding data science, AI, ML, how they are related basically. With that, we will discuss that why there is a boom in data science, especially in India. I'll discuss. Okay. With that, we will see some live examples. Okay, so at the end, we'll be also discussing how data science is useful for freshers. Before that, we will also discuss why should we prefer Python instead of R for data science. So all these topics we'll be covering in this session. With that, we will also see that wherein you can run your Python projects and what are the best Python libraries you should at least begin with for data science. That is completely free. Okay, so let's begin. So starting with the data science first, we should know what is data. We all are studying since school and college days. Okay, what is data? Data is basically a collection of qualitative, quantitative numbers and facts. To be very frank, you are watching this session on YouTube. This is also part of data. Okay, you are typing messages on WhatsApp. You are writing a tweet. You are writing a post. Basically everything comes under your data part. Okay, so with that, you are making a video, that is also part of data. You are clicking images, that is also data. Okay, so basically there is a simple example of how we can work around data and information. What is the difference? We all know since school and college days that when we process the data as visible in the diagram, as we process the data, we get information. But what is the easiest of all examples? So the easiest example would be, let's say I basically gave you a data that you have the marks of students. That's it, nothing else. So you processed the data and you came up with the average of student marks. So that will be your information. Okay, another simple example would be, let's say I gave you some movies from IMDb with a list of their rating, like 8.5, 8.29. Okay, you came up with the information that Amit, this is the average rating. Okay, or these are the top five uh, movies on IMDb. So you extracted information from the data. So this is the data we need to work around in data science. So that's why we say data is the new oil. Why? Because raw oil is not beneficial. We need to extract, we need to work around it, we need to clean it, okay, so that we can generate and sell it or use it. Okay, in the same way, raw data is of no use. You just need to process it properly and convert it into information. Or in data science, you need to work around, you need to process it in a way to generate useful insights. I'll also take this topic further after some time. Okay, after some slides. Now, moving further, why we are so much worried about data science, data, why this concept came. Obviously, why? Because social media data came. Okay, before the social media data, there was data. Obviously, there was data, but the data amount was really less. Now the data is like 20 times what we saw before 2000 in 1990s. Okay, you can yourself check this data from these websites. Okay, herein you can see the volume of data, or I'm also covering the big data concept. This is also called big data. Okay, so you can also cover this concept in this session. What is big data? Is the huge amount of data which is expanding daily. Obviously, we all know text messages. Google received 9 billion searches. It used to receive 3.5 to 4 billion searches in 2014. So you can check, it's almost double. We all upload videos on YouTube. We watch sessions. 500 plus hours of videos are uploaded every minute on YouTube. With that, YouTube hosts over 800 million videos. So it's a big amount. मतलब जो data आ रहा है, the data coming from YouTube is in huge amount. Okay, and obviously we all use Google. The market share of Google, so Google search engines are more than 90%, I guess. So we all do searches. All such searches are worked around, and we get the best results. So this is also data. Now coming about Facebook, we upload videos on Facebook. Facebook basically generates around four petabytes of data per day. So that's around a million gigabytes. That is around 10 lakh gigabytes to be very frank. You can check the stats of the data. We all know about all these five to six, but the rest of them you can easily check. So this is the amount of data. Okay, we are here. Okay, and expected is around 4.4 zettabytes of data in future. Okay, so we need to work around this data. Okay, why? Because using this data we get useful insights, so that it's easier uh, for companies, or even it's easier for you, it's easier for you to work around this data, so that to generate useful insights in a way you can ease your work, you can do your work uh, in a faster way, in a basically a quickly way through this data. Okay, so I'll give a simple example. Okay, so let's say you went around your Instagram and searched for basically SUV cars. Okay, when you'll search around some of the basically official channels of Instagram accounts of these cars. Okay, so what will happen? You like them, you will work around it. After the next 3 to 4 days you will be pitched with the same data, in the same SUV data. Why? Because this is how companies gather your data legally, and they will pitch you the same thing, so that you will make your mind that yes, I am looking for MG Ester, or I am looking for your Brezza, Kia, or any other SUV car. So this is how data is used. You can also use this data to sell to basically sell your product. Like, let's say, to sell your courses, your finance courses or your programming courses. So if I am selling my courses on basically Facebook, let's say, or Instagram, i'll I'll only show my ad to the people who are interested in programming, who like programming videos, who basically like programming channels on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so this is how data science and big data work around your data only. Okay, now moving further, examples of data we all know. Yeah, it's very easy. We have this pool of data, statistical data. We all know that our basically our government also is gathering all these statistics, so that they can work around and get the best for the people. Okay, so transport data that will include the basically the number of registered transports in a month, new vehicles in a month, or the data of users, all the or the people who were fined. So this comes under transport data. Geographical, atmospherical data, this helps in basically predictions and all. Financial data includes your shares and other stuff data, money related stuff. And scientific data can also be considered with the data of health. Let's say the lab data. Okay, the records of health data. Okay, that all comes under data. Not a types of data, this is also a concept of data science. Why? Because we have structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. You already knew all these things, but you never knew these are structured or unstructured or semi-structured. Firstly, data science you will be working on basically the unstructured data. Okay, through Python libraries or through R. But let's begin with the structured data. It's very easy to understand. Structured data basically includes your you can say your relational databases, your tables. Basically, in the past, in 1990s, 1980s, whenever there was a company record, all used to be through hands in a book, in a data entry book, wherein you had rows for people entering the office at what time, exiting, their sign, and for what purpose, are they employees or are they for meeting. Okay, so that all data came under structured. If I'm expecting that the session is attended by mostly programmers. Okay, programmers or basically database developers or web developers, they all know that SQL is used to handle this structured data. Relational ka matlab we all know, it's about tables, rows and columns. That's it. Then came your unstructured data. Okay, so what is this data? You already know about this. This is the social media data, which actually came around in 2000s, when Facebook introduced, then your other stuff, Twitter and all introduced. Okay, so this is the key data these days. You need to work around this data completely under data science. You need to remember that. Okay, because if you are not working around this data is getting wasted, and you won't be able to you won't be able to generate insights. That would be like raw data. You're not working on it, you are just wasting the data of users, you are just wasting what people are liking on Facebook, Twitter. Okay, it's all getting wasted. So we need to work around this social media data, which is in enormous amount. Okay, obviously we daily type a lot of WhatsApp message, Instagram messages, stories and all. So all this data is used to generate insights and used to gather users, I should say. Okay, so after that we also have this semi structured data. Okay, so for example, I'll give an example of I'm expecting most of the users are from India in this session. So semi-structured data, the biggest example would be our Aadhaar card data. So on the Aadhaar card, we all have our basically a name, ID. Okay, those will come under your structured data. Why? Because it can come under your row and column form. Not a big deal, right? What about your semi-structured data? Okay, so no, sorry. What about your data that is having your pupil data, your fingerprint on Aadhaar card, and your image? That goes under unstructured. That's why Aadhaar card is many times Aadhaar cards comes under the semi-structured format. Okay, so we need to also manage this data. You can also Google around this section about Aadhaar. So there you can find some really great documents regarding that why Aadhaar card is stored as a semi-structured data. Maybe for security purpose, I guess so. Okay, because both are important. Even SQL data as well as your NoSQL data, that is unstructured. We will discuss it later. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. So moving further. Okay, so let's quickly work around what is structured data, because data science covers all the data concepts. Okay, so structured data basically includes your organized data. It's having a predefined data model, that is relational data model, that includes your numbers value. I just gave an example of collecting records of students or records of company employees through your Excel sheets. Basically, I should say nowadays Excel sheets, or before your handwritten data. Okay, so I just told you about one thing, that most of the data is unstructured. Okay, so why only, you can see the source is Gartner, only 20% of current data is structured, rest 80% is all unstructured. So you can say why this is also one of the reasons why your data science and data concepts are so trending, why everybody wants to switch, every not everybody, many of the users want to switch to your structured data, your data science concepts. Okay, and coming over to your structured data, it can easily store in database. I told before, rows and column, easy to search. I gave this example before. This is a basic example which IT guys know. If you're not from the IT background, this is how basically we create Excel sheets and store your structured data. You can see a company data, or even I'm talking about a company employee ID, employee name, SSN, age, address, and all. Okay, so structure sources of forms and sources of structured data. Okay, so I just told you about all this, but these are also having two forms. We need to understand all about this to move towards data science. We have this machine generated and human generated structured data. Human, I already discussed, ID, date, phone number, and this is our machine generated structured data. Okay, so web log data, like your server logs. IT guys know what are server logs. If there is any error in a WordPress website or any website, the system administrator or the website administrator will first check the logs for the exact error. So that all comes under, you can check the format, that all comes under your Excel format, for example, your table rows and columns format. Okay, I just told you another things about structured and unstructured data, that your social media data is unstructured. Not every data of social media is unstructured. Why? Because your time of tweets, okay, this will definitely come under your structured data, because this is not part of unstructured, obviously, because when we are tweeting, or we are creating a Facebook post, that is basically we can add anything in it. We can add image, documents, text, okay, videos. But the time of tweets, the time of Facebook post, this still gets stored under your structured data. This is not of any use probably. Okay, your actual post, your actual likes, are most of them are basically of use of what basically company use. But companies also use this structured data form to actually gather that whenever you can see there are 20 likes on a post, all such data comes under your time of tweets and time of your Facebook post, or the number of likes you're getting on your Facebook post, the favorites you are getting on Twitter. Now the point of sales data. Okay, this is basically the transaction data. Obviously, if you have checked the transaction data, sale when your product got sold, how many products is in your opening stock and closing stock, all such data, the price of data, who bought it, from which reason, from, let's say you want from the north, from North India, how many sales happened. So you can, all such data comes under your table row column format, point of sales. Okay, and census data, you can also check, you can also see this in structured as well as unstructured. Okay, basically census data are unstructured, I should say. Why? Because basically your sensors gather information, let's say in your smartwatch. We will also discuss this later. Okay, so IT guys know how structured data is stored using SQL, basically relational databases. So this is a basic example. Okay, so structured data, as a name suggests, I told you, let's say you have a company record, ID gets here, first name, last name, age, and zone comes here. Okay, database. Your database includes your tables. Table is having rows and columns. Okay. Okay, same concept. How we handle structured data. So SQL, we have SQL based databases are MySQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. We use all this till now to save this 20% of data. I told you 20% is structured. Okay, and the rest 80% is unstructured. So this 20% data is still being saved, stored since 1970. You can see 90, since 1970s, those people who were having computers that time, it's 70s and 80s, it was very rare. Now it's very common to have a laptop. At that time it was very rare. So at that time they used to store data in the form of your SQL. Okay, SQL formats basically, or Excel, you can say. Now moving further about unstructured data. Okay, so unstructured data, I told you, unorganized social media data and other stuff, but it also includes your CCTV data as well as your images. Okay, why it is called unstructured and why it is hard to work around them? Uh, it is hard. That's why the data science concept came, so that you can easily work around the stuff. Okay, I told you it is 80% enterprise data is now unstructured. Not only social media data, not only Aadhaar data, but your I told you CCTV data. How? Because at many places, I'll give an example in China. One of basically once they actually caught a criminal using the basic CCTV data. Okay, through object detection. They added the concept here. Or the simplest of all example, if a car is on a speed of like more than 60 or even more than 80 on a highway, we will get fined. How? Because the speed cameras are having this technology through actually capture the image and analyzing through the concepts of data science. Okay, so this concept basically includes your, क्या हुआ? Hello? No, nothing. Yeah, this includes your CCTV data. Okay, basically the images that are captured through CCTV. Okay, the basically the image of your car number plate. Through that you get fined. Okay, so and your images you store on your you the images you basically post on your Facebook or Twitter. That also comes under your structured data, your unstructured data concept. Okay, so basically storing Aadhaar images I told you, and all such stuff I have already explained you. Now moving further, the forms and sources. Okay, why I'm explaining this concept? Because this is our actual data science. You will be working around on such unstructured data only. Okay, when you will be working around, when you'll be going for any course on data science, you need to clean this data, analyze this data, work around this data, so that you can generate the exact predictions and all. We will discuss it later. Okay, in the same way, structured was also having machine generated, human generated data, and unstructured was also having the same. Okay, okay. So I just told you what is a human generated, what is a structured, what is an unstructured data. Okay, it includes your text message. I told you. It includes your social media data, your audio recordings also, because nowadays podcasts are quite are basically quite popular, especially after the introduction of Pocket FM. Okay, so these will also come under your unstructured data. but human generated unstructured data, office documents, emails. So you can add anything in your email, video. You can attach. You can also add images. If you are sending a newsletter, you can attach email. You can attach audio, video and images under your email also. Okay, and text obviously. Now coming towards your machine generated unstructured data. Okay, so this includes your basically radar data, data from medical imaging devices, like you went for an MRI scan, that will come under your unstructured data because that includes 3D images, data also. Okay, CCTV I have explained before. Atmospheric data is your basically to predict your temperature, means like today's Sunday, on Monday what will be the atmosphere, what will be the temperature, is there any expectation of rainfall, or it will be a sunny day. Okay, with that we have that satellite images. Okay, so these are very much useful because satellite images nowadays can track a lot of things. You must have seen Google Map example. Those are all based on satellite images. Mostly it is based on satellite images concept. Okay, to track down locations. Okay, radar data are also part of your car. Nowadays we have the ADAS system in cars. Okay, through that you they can easily detect that is there any vehicle ahead, or I should give an example of your self-driving cars also. Okay, that works around your radar and your sensor data and all. Okay, okay, with that your radar data can also be used by many other, like you can say sonar system in to basically detect any ship debris in a sea. Okay, so the radar data is useful in that. Okay, we discussed this. Let's move further. How unstructured data is stored. I told you before how structured data is stored. We stored it using SQL, using table, rows and columns. I have given you an employee example before. Now, how unstructured data is stored? Okay, basically, the unstructured data is stored using NoSQL. Structured was stored using SQL. You can see, and unstructured data is stored using NoSQL concept. Let's say MongoDB. There we had database, then we had your table, then we had rows and columns. Here we have database, then we have collections, documents, and collections will have documents and fields. We have a simple example here. This is an auto-generated ID in basically NoSQL MongoDB, and we stored the data. So this is the basic example. We have not saved any image or video here. This is a simple example so that I can easily relate the previous concept of SQL. So this is how your Aadhaar data is also gets stored here on social media data, because you don't know what you are adding in it. Basically, it can add images, video, and other stuff. Okay, then came the concept of how to handle. I just gave you a brief about no, basically the NoSQL concept, which is completely different from SQL. In this, we don't save the data in the form of rows and columns. It is completely non-tabular and different from the relational databases. Okay, and with that, this is currently, you can say NoSQL is one of the most popular ways to store data. Why? Because we are having 80% data as unstructured, so it is basically mandatory to handle it. So we need NoSQL completely. It came in the 21st century, obviously, because there was a lot of unstructured data. How we can handle it in MySQL? We can't handle it using SQL stuff and all. Okay, then came the concept of basically NoSQL databases. I just told you. In SQL, we had the concept. Sorry, we had the concept of MySQL SQL Server. In this, we have MongoDB, CouchDB, DocumentDB. So NoSQL database stored all forms of possible unstructured data. It can include document-based, key-value-based, okay, and other stuff. Okay, so now the concept of data science and why do we need it. Okay, so basically data science in layman terms is study of data, how we can study it in a perfect way to get our work done, simply to get a work done. Okay, so data science will obviously include your statistics, your mathematics, AI stuff, different scientific method. Data analysis is a part of data science. Data analysis includes includes basically cleaning of data and basically analyzing the data to serve the sole purpose of extracting meaning and insights from data. I gave the example of Instagram stories. You can try it on your phone today after the session. Search any unrelated topic. Let's say you don't like any basically any kind of fitness videos, but you still search it. After the next 2 to 3 days, till the next 2 to 3 days, you will be paged with all such Instagram channels, Instagram posts, all such sponsored posts. Okay, or you can simply go around. What I did, I just searched last year. I just worked around the data science uh, uh, post on Instagram. I just went to the search option and typed data science and liked 2 to 3 channels. That's it. After the for the next 2 to 3 days, I was actually pitched with all such webinar sponsored posts for data science. Even Instagram stories were also having the same stuff. So how Instagram knew about it? Okay, I told them that by searching, by liking those channels, that I am feeding a data for you through this concept. They predicted through the data science concept. They predicted that I want only the post related to that. So I got that pitched on my on my Instagram section, on my Instagram stories, that you can study data science or you can buy data science courses at a good cost. So the companies who are selling data science courses pitched me, because when they were creating a sponsored post, they added that only they want to sell the courses to people who love programming and who basically love data science. So तभी मुझे वो पूरा pitch हुआ. So this is the basic concept of your data science. Okay, for data science you need to also work around mathematical concepts. Okay, so basically another example I can give for data science, let's say for predictions. So okay, so let's say I told you that you need to predict the the actual winner of the next coming World Cup. So how will you do that? This also includes the concept of machine learning and all. So you will be firstly taking the data input, then you will be extracting the prediction results. Okay, so you can relate all such stuff here. Now the concept of data science, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So a lot of people on internet also are very confused. Some say that AI includes all three. Some say some other things. So I actually created this Venn diagram using Oracle official website, because we can obviously trust that Oracle website source. Okay, so AI obviously includes machine learning and deep learning and data science, but the ecosystem of data science is also ahead of also outside the AI concept. Okay, now AI includes your creating smart machines to mimic human behavior. For example, we have a restaurant in Noida itself that have robots to actually deliver the food on the table. So what they did, they just mimic the human behavior, okay, so that they can ease the work. Okay, so this is an example of AI. This robo concept, the data science concept is probably new, but AI concept, the robo concept, goes back to even before 1990s. Okay, so yeah, then came your machine learning concept. Machine learning is a part of AI, which is perfectly correct. In this, we build a model based on training data to make predictions. So I gave an example right now for predicting your weather, or you can say predicting the next World Cup winner. So when you will be predicting the next World Cup winner, you will be taking the record of the previous World Cups. You will be building a model based on the training data. What is this training data? Training data basically includes my past records of World Cup. Okay, currently how the teams are going well. Okay, let's say the World Cup is in India. So if the World Cup is in India, so benefit definitely goes to India. Okay, because all the players have played not only international cricket, but also domestic cricket in India. And with that, the other stuff like the temperature, how the soil goes on, whether the pitch is good for fast bowlers or not. So all these will be fed in the your ML training data, and it will be predicted. Okay, that who will be the winner. Even in fact, in 2019 World Cup, the same thing happened. One of the websites also predicted that England will be winner, and they actually won. So it was most probably based on predictions only. Okay, okay, then came your deep learning concept. So deep learning, you can say it is obviously a part of machine learning. Okay, it is a subset of machine learning, that is a part of machine learning. A class of machine learning algorithms, complex algorithms, okay, to solve complex problems. For example, I'll give you four images here. Two images are of cat and two of dogs. So you will fed this data. I told you machine learning, we need to fed the data to build a model. We will build a model and we'll fed the data, and machine will guess that which of them is a cat or a dog. How? Because there are different parameters to basically differentiate cat and dogs. So this is how this concept works to ease the work of humans. Here I am talking about only 4 images. What if you are having 4 million images? You can't do it manually. You need a machine for it, right? So that's why we have this data science, machine learning, all these AI concepts. Then came our data science. I just told you, I just gave a brief about data science before. Okay, it's an area of statistics, scientific methods, the study of data. It comes under this concept. The examples I'll be giving in the next slide will also include all such concepts. Okay, the live examples you already knew it, but you weren't aware they are part of data science, AI, or machine learning. Okay, let's move further. Okay, so this is just basic form. I just created this to basically let you guys understand. We just input the data, analyze it. That is, this analysis is data science. You can say the study of complete data and to generate useful insight. I just gave you that Instagram story and post example, or yeah, the World Cup prediction example. Okay. Okay, so why there's a boom in data science? Okay, so I guess you can easily guess now why there's a boom, because unstructured data, the form of data changed. The form of data was structured before, now we have social media data, so it's unstructured data. And to handle 80% of data around the world, we need a concept, we need a theory, we need a term that will completely be dedicated to study of data. So we have this data science concept. Okay, now the data science examples. Okay, so the basic examples I told you that you already know these examples. So we have this Google Translate example, we all know this translate. We just enter the we just enter a text in Hindi and click the button, it will convert to English. But this will not always be completely correct, because this is also based on your predictions concept. Then your YouTube copyright tool. Okay, so I'll just show these examples to you guys. Okay, so I just told you about the copyright tool. So what this tool will do, this will actually tell you guys, this is my YouTube channel, so this will tell you guys yes, who all are copying your videos. So this is also the concept of, you can say, object detection, or I'll say definitely data science concept. So someone copied my videos and I got it removed. I'll just show it quickly. Okay, so this was the infringing video URL and the URL of my video. So what the YouTube algorithms did, they just captured the segments of videos copied and reported me, so that I can get it deleted. So in fact, you can guess, if there was no data science ML concepts, then there would be a lot of losses to everyone, including basic YouTubers. You can see how many times my videos have been copied: 5310 times. 531 into 10. Okay, so you can check the you can work around that, how data science eases the work. Now, voice assistant. Okay, I'll give an example of self-driving cars also. We all know the leader in self-driving, Tesla, I should say. Okay, so the autopilot concept, or even a basic car, is also having an ADAS concept. How they work? Okay, so I won't be playing this due to copyright violation. So you can see this is the self-driving Tesla autopilot car. Okay, what happens here? When it will go around, it will detect the objects. This also comes under your Python lab. There is a library, OpenCV. This also comes under OpenCV concept, that is basically based on computer vision. It will detect basic objects like trees, your traffic marks, your humans, animals, and it will press brake on the same basis, the same concept. Okay, and with that, we also have our smartwatch. We all have a smartwatch these days, whether it's Apple or any other company. Smartwatches are having your health data, how they capture the watch. Here we have a sensor, you can check in your smartwatches. This sensor captures your data, and useful insights are generated. What useful insights? Your data, like your heartbeat, your oxygen levels also, in I guess. And with that, other stuff like you can check what other stuff, smartwatch, I'm not getting it right now. Okay, so it also includes your Alexa concept, like voice enabled. You can also check your basically, you can also receive your calls from here. Okay, Now, let's see the other examples. I just told you about the YouTube copyright tool and your self-driving cars. Other examples, Grammarly must have used Grammarly. They automatically detect that you are having any error in your you are having any grammatical error in your text while writing emails or using the internet or using your laptop. Okay, with that voice assistant Alexa, Google Home, we all know. Okay, these are basically based on your we say NLP concept, I should say. Okay, the self-driving cars, YouTube suggested videos, basically suggested videos. If you're watching data science videos more, on the right side suggested videos, you will be paged with most of such videos, programming videos. Okay, and it will not always be 100% correct. These are based on predictions. Then came the suggested movies. We all watch Netflix and Prime. What happens in there? They also have their algorithm so that they can gather more users. If you'll watch a biographical movie, let's say, in the related section below, you'll be paged with mostly, not all, of the biographical videos so that you can directly click here because their algorithm guessed that you like biographical videos more. You're watching them right now. Okay, then came your object detection. Smartwatch, I just told you. Object detection, you can relate with your self-driving cars also. Okay, with that, I'll quickly show you one more example. Simple example we use daily. On Gmail, we type, I hope, when you'll type here, I just type you and it's around are well. Okay, it actually saw the Gmail algorithms actually gathered that I use such term, so it automatically gave me the prediction and also asking for the feedback whether it's correct or not. Okay, and the same thing happens when we have basically Grammarly. Okay, here it is. It will show me an error. Okay, so this concept I guess came in 2019 on Gmail, so that you can ease your work. It will ease your work, right? You won't need to type it. I'll just click here or I'll tab and it will automatically print it. Okay, display it. Sorry. Okay, then moving further, you can also basically work around the data science examples. Another example I'll actually quickly tell you that let's say you have the Netflix data. You are working for Netflix, okay, and you have lots of data, and you have around 5 million data, 5 million data of users. Uh, 5 million users data, sorry. So to handle that data also, you need a very good concept so that you can actually profit Netflix. How? Because obviously Netflix wants the data of users who are, let's say, who are always on Netflix on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 12, from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. So through this, they can pitch more of such good content at that time only, so that they'll always get a click on it. Okay, so this is how the data science concepts work, and this has actually helped these companies, Netflix, Prime, and all, Google. They have their individual algorithms for that, and they improve them daily. Now, coming for the concepts of programming languages for data science, I told you that Python and R you can use. Some people also prefer R, okay, because they are statistically very much fond of all such statistics and all. Okay, but if you are a newbie or a beginner, or you are into Java also, C++, all such concept, I would rather suggest you guys to go for Python. Okay, generally there was also a survey that more than 75% data science enthusiasts loved Python instead of R. Okay, because the Python language is so easy to work around. It has so much reduced number of lines of code. Their LOC, that is, in programming terms we say line of code, is so less that, and it's so easy, so that you can easily ease your work and work around their libraries. Okay, so I just gave you the concept of Netflix. Let's say you are into Amazon Prime or Netflix. Someone asked you in your company that I want your result in a minute to fetch the data of users who are from Delhi, and those who are live on basically Netflix. They are watching movies from 7 to 9 p.m. and from Delhi. So you won't be going it for manually. Okay, and someone once asked me that why we can't do in Excel. You can't work around 5 million rows and columns on Excel. In the sense, you can't work around so much heavy data. It won't work. Okay, you want a quicker way to get results, and in Python it hardly takes a second, or you can say even on the click of a button. There is a single line of code. You need to just load your stuff using the pandas or your Python pandas library, pandas or pandas library. You can just add your, you can link your file, and on the click of a button, you can fetch the result easily, very easy. And it is open source, free to use. And not only a single way you can run Python, you can run it through many ways. Okay, so I've listed the Python concepts here. Why? Because if you are into C++ and Java, you know all such concepts, and these are also related in Python to begin with. At least loops we all know, decision making statement, if else, oops concept. If you know C++ and Java, you already know such concepts. Then came the strings and tuples. Strings we have worked around Java as well, C++, C. Tuples list and dictionary, why I have listed. If you know arrays in Java, arrays in C++, you can easily work around, because there also it is a collection, and here it is a collection. Tuples list and dictionary are a collection. If you know array, you can easily work around all three of them. Then functions we all know. Okay, functions basically also includes a recursion concept, a function calling itself. So if you know C++, Java, you can easily begin with Python. Okay, then moving further, running your Python project. Why I've added this section? Because there is not only a single way to run Python. You can use any of such section. If you love web applications, you can. If you love running your program on a web browser, you can use Jupyter Notebook. If you want to work around the code editor, you can use VS Code, or your Python ID. Python ID you can also use. To begin with, you can go for the community edition, which is completely free, or Google Colab, an application provided by Colab, a web application. You can also use to run your Python programs. You only need a Gmail account to run Google Colab. That's it, nothing else. And for basic data science programming, or sorry, Python workaround, you can go through Google Colab. It's very easy to work around. Okay, and then the concept of Python libraries for data science. Okay, if you are beginning with the Python, because this is a session for a roadmap to learn Python for data science. If you're beginning with, you need to work around these four libraries first. Okay, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. The first two works on data. This works on numerical data easily. This is like an array. You can say the Python array concept comes under NumPy, array object concept. Okay, so your tabular data, I just told you, if you want to load a file, load an Excel file, a JSON file in your program. Okay, you need to work around the pandas concept. It has a predefined function for it. That's it. You just need to link it. Then we have these two. These are based on visualization. That is basically data analysis, I should say, to generate a bar graph, pie chart. Whenever we watch a cricket match, you can say what we do. Whenever we watch a match, after an over, they show us stats sometimes. So that stats are generated in a fraction of second on the click of a button. How? Using such concepts, using such powerful libraries. So okay, so because they many times show us the pie chart, the bar chart, the bar graph, all such are generated through this. So I would rather recommend you to work around Python first, then work around your Python libraries concept. Okay, so these four libraries you need to easily work around. Then you can switch towards OpenCV and other stuff. If you want to develop a web application, if you want to develop a website, or if you want to develop a software, Python libraries are having a lot of such stuff. Every possible thing can be in programming can be achieved through Python. Okay, and it is free to use. Okay, now herein came the concept of data science for freshers. You can go for the online certifications easily. Okay, and self-study, you can go to Geeks for Geeks, obviously, for the data science course there, and you can also refer our website Studiopedia. Okay, we have this website here, our website. Okay, this is a basic text tutorial course you can work around. Okay, with that you can see herein you can see. Okay, and you can also go for our free Python course on our YouTube channel. This is a 2 hours Python course. Here it is. You can work around and get an idea. After that, if you want to go for all such data science concept, the best website according to me is Geeks for Geeks, because they have a concept of problem of the day also, and a lot of uh, Python programming concept you can work around daily, and you can score and rank yourself there as well. Okay, so this is how you can work around data science. Okay, if you're a fresher, you can definitely go for their course as well, and obviously try to run your programs, every possible program. If you're a beginner, you can start with Python, then you can move towards the libraries. These are the first two steps to go for data science. Okay, especially these four libraries, I should say. Okay, guys, thank you for the session. Ashish, could you please? Yeah, Ashish, are you there?
Hi, Amit. So, thank you so much for this wonderful session. I am hoping students have learned a lot from you,
Yeah.
starting from what is data, the
Yeah.
type of data that we are having. Then you have mentioned some of the job roles that are coming in. So, and which companies are using it, how the companies are using it, the types of data we are having. So, I enjoyed the session a lot. I'm hoping students have also learned a lot from this session. So, thank you so much, Amit Diwan. So, any last word for the audience?
Yeah, especially I should I'll say that to begin with Python, if you know Java, C++, you can easily work around. Even if you have no idea about programming, you can directly go for Python, because there are a lot of courses on Geeks for Geeks. Because if you're starting with a language, you don't need only 20 chapters. You need a very good number of amount of coding stuff also, so that you can directly run it. So begin with Python, then go for Python libraries. These top four libraries. After that, you can easily work around. You can go to any data science course. I have seen a course on Geeks for Geeks also. So you can first go to my website. You can definitely go to my studiopedia.com or my channel and work around Python. But if you want data science concept, go to the data science. You can go to the homepage of Geeks for Geeks, and there is a data science section. 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 Yeah,
Amit,
I'm audible.
I think your voice is lagging. You lagged in between
Yeah, I'm audible.
about the. Yes, it's now you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that's great. That's a great discussion with Amit sir. So thank you so much, Amit, for joining in. And now I am going to introduce you back to the interview preparation. So just like the video if you enjoy the session, and make sure to watch. Amit Diwan's YouTube channel as well. He mentioned some of the great resources to learn Python. And now let's get back the to the interview preparation. Thank you so much, Mr. Amit.
Thanks, Ashish. Thank you for your time. Yeah, okay, bye.
Thank you. So let's like to summarize. I'm hoping you are having a clear understanding what is data science, what are the different kind of job roles we are having, how machine learning is different from deep learning, is different from data science, is different from artificial intelligence. What are the different kind of job roles we are having? What are the things you need to learn? How you can get started? And the best part about the session that I found is. Which most of the people are missing nowadays when they start working on data science. That's basically when they start their journey in data science, they too earlier in their career they rely on libraries. So Mr. Amit also mentioned, like, don't rely on library very earlier in this stage. First of all, learn how to write the code, how to make your own logics. Like, when you are using an inbuilt library, inbuilt function, you need to know how the logic behind that works, so that you can also create your own function. For all the things that you want to write, you might not able to find the code, you might not able to find the inbuilt function. In some of the cases, you need to write your own function. For that purpose, you need to be really great at your logics. So that is something that you must try. So you should be uh, and try to whatever inbuilt functions you're having, try to write your code and make your own functions, and then you can dig deeper into the libraries. But because at the end you are going to take the help of libraries. So that was a wonderful session, but there are more sessions on the way in the winter interview preparation. Okay, and for the ones who have joined a little bit late, let me introduce you to winter interview preparation. So this is basically a 7 day kind of a course that we are having, where people are coming from different industries, and they will teach you about how that tech stack works. This session is specifically dedicated to data science. On the go, we are having on day 2, as you can say, we are having the session on SDE development. We are having session from Sandeep sir himself on day 3rd, on 20th. Then we are having session from the senior software engineer of Samsung. And Prakash Sakari on web development, on React. So we are having section on different domains. So to get all the access to the course, make sure to register yourself on this link. You can find this link in the description. And that's it. If you are having any question, do let us know in the chats. And thank you so much. I'm hoping you have enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.